or 0909 040 8408, or send an email to marketing@PlusTvAfrica.com. Plus TV Africa. Big stories live here.
Hello and welcome. It's Nimasa This Week, the voice of maritime. Nimasa This Week is brought to you by the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency. Statutorily mandated to ensure that there is regulation and promotion of matters affecting our waters. NIMASA bears responsibility for search and rescue, shipping development, and ship registration.
Hello and welcome to What Are You Saying? #Ways, where we talk about topics in the news as it affects us all. I am Usayome Sally, and today I'm joined by Namafa and Isia Fodele, all the ladies in black.
Yes.
Like you guys got the memo.
We got the memo.
This time around, I didn't stick out in my office wear.
So let me give you the trick. Anytime Milola is on schedule, just know that I cannot wear
anything but Milola. Okay. Roger that.
How were your day? How were you, Issy? How was your day?
I'm fine, and my day was fantastic. I'm not going to say I'm tired because, frankly speaking, I am in great shape. Awesome. I'm ready for tonight's conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
How are you? No, I'm fine.
Good. I drive all the way, the whole day. I just found myself on the road, moving from one spot, one location to the other, and before you know it, boom, the day had ended.
It's spent.
And I am here.
And she's here. She was starting like something like an Indian lady. I was expecting the head to be turning. All right, so today we're discussing marketing, right? We want to review the market businesses and the marketing strategies for 2021 and hopefully position ourselves for 2022 to see how we can just plug in. So here's what we found as today's quote. It's not what you sell that matters as much as how you sell it. This is a quote for today. As I said earlier, today we're discussing marketing and business strategies, and it's very, very important for us not to take for granted that some successes require some very strategic positioning, and that's what we're having our guest today to just review what happened in 2021, what has happened so far, and how we can move to 2022. We'll take a break. When we return from the break, we would all that will happen. Emmanuel is our guest tonight, Imodi. When we return from the break, we'll have him. But first, let's take a break to see what we found in the news. You're still watching Ways. Now, there are very few people in the world aged 50 years old or less who have not been impacted by Sesame Street in their childhood years. So it only makes sense that Sesame Street Day was created to celebrate the tremendous influence that this maverick television program has had upon the lives of so many people around the world. Sesame Street Day was first established in 2009 to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the show's original broadcast. While initiated in New York City, it should come as no great surprise. Is it a grudge?
It was
fun. It was fun.
Not actually the song that that ushered in the program. It was "Who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood?"
Butter children. Life was good then. It wasn't about butter. Everybody had access to Sesame Street.
It was interesting.
Yes. Because once it was 4 o'clock after the rainbow colors come up and they sing the national anthem and pledge, the next thing was Sesame Street.
They reel out the program for the day. And next thing.
So it was not about the rich, the poor.
Is yet to meet 10 out of the 12 conditions that was given to them by the federal government of Nigeria. The government, however, raised the hope of Nigerians that it is a matter of time before all issues with Twitter are resolved. But it clarified that the suspension of, this is where it was quite hilarious for me, but it clarified that the suspension of the Twitter had nothing to do with the issues bordering on President Muhammadu Buhari. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, made this declaration while responding to a particular question by a participant.
Well, my story is really about how happy I am for Malala. She tied the knot yesterday with her partner during an Islamic ceremony in Birmingham. And I love the fact that this 24-year-old activist is moving on with life. I mean, having gone through the challenges
much.
that she went through, of course, we know how she was shot in 2012.
Yeah.
And she found refuge in West Midlands after that incident with the Taliban at the time. So she finally ties her knot and announced it yesterday that she is having a small nikah ceremony with family, and everyone is excited for her. She's now 24 and moving on with life. And she, of course, she's still very actively involved in the girl-child rights. And I'm just so happy for her that life is moving on, because some people get carried away with their passions and the other parts of their life suffer, so to speak.
Absolutely.
But she has
Been able to blend both of them.
Based on the kinds of
What she has experienced.
she started very early to experience really hardcore issues of life.
so
it
global
just-
issues.
Exactly.
And what it is costing us as a people not voting.
Well, it's
Absolutely.
still
Do you
going
understand?
to take a
Yes.
lot of education and enlightenment
Absolutely.
to make people
But-
to understand how important.
Oh, so let me just quickly say the story
Okay.
is the People's Democratic Party candidate, the governorship candidate, that's Valentine Ozigbo. Apparently, I follow him on Instagram because he used to be the head of Transcorp, I think. So he has conceded defeat, congratulating the All Progressive Grand Alliance, that's Governor-elect Charles Soludo, Professor Chukwuma Soludo. As I had mentioned earlier, Soludo won with about 112,229 votes, beating Ozigbo, who he polled about 53,000 votes. And Andy Ugba, the All Progressive, I say Ugba. Ugba. Hey, it's food that's in my head, Ugba. All Progressive Congress, who got 43,285 votes. So, I mean, this for me, I'm happy. Congratulations to the governor-elect. I mean, I watched the debate. He was quite outstanding in the debate. I mean, people were saying that he was just arrogant because he's a professor, so he just rubbed it in their faces. But he's quite, I mean, for his pedigree, someone that they believe that will take the state further. But I was just worried that if you look at the number of people that voted compared to the people that registered, actually have their voters card, this is actually, and this is sad. If this would be a blueprint for what 2023 will look like, this is really sad.
From what I gathered, how voters actually come out to, vote in the East. From what I actually gathered is that we have more people coming out to vote, because they didn't even believe that they would have the turnout of people that actually came out to vote in the East. So it's actually a plus.
So this was a good one.
It was actually a plus.
But I still don't like the
based
numbers.
on what is currently going on in the East and the lockdown and everything that is currently
well,
going on.
that
So
is true.
Yeah.
Because
that
of the
is
insecurity.
the general insecurity.
They actually fared worse,
Yeah.
but people actually turned out. But it's
Time on PlusTvAfrica.
Practice makes perfect. I'm not perfect yet, but I'm a lot better than I used to be.
He's a king. He's entitled to marry 100 if he wants to.